Umesh Reddy, born 1969, is a serial rapist and killer from India. He confessed to killing 18 women, and was convicted in 9 cases. The police believe that he raped at least 20 women in the states of Karnataka, Maharashtra and Gujarat. They also suspect that several of his crimes have not been reported, because the victims feared social stigma. Reddy has been sentenced to death by the Supreme Court of India, and is currently on death row. Early life. Umesh Reddy was born Umesh in 1969, in Basapalmalaj, a village in Chitradurga district, Karnataka. After being selected in the Central Reserve Police Force, CRPF, he was posted in Jammu and Kashmir. While on duty as a guard at the house of a commandant, he attempted to rape the commandant's daughter. He then fled to Chitradurga district. In 1996, he managed to join the District Armed Reserve (DAR) police, who were not aware of his background in CRPF. Reddy had been charged in a road rage incident, but the local DAR inspector chose to ignore this petty case. Reddy completed his police training in Madhya Pradesh, and then returned to Karnataka. Crimes. Reddy carefully selected his victims. He usually targeted housewives between 11 am and 3 p.m., when there would be no men at home. He would gain entry into the victim's house on the pretext of asking for water or an address. He then threatened them with a knife, forced them to remove their clothes, tied them up, and raped them. He often choked his victims, and raped them while they were unconscious. After the rape, Reddy killed his victims, and removed their jewelry to make the crime appear like a robbery. He then escaped with the victims' undergarments. A transvestite, Reddy was found wearing women's lingerie under his clothes whenever the police arrested him. In November 1996, Reddy attempted raping a high school girl who was walking at KB Colony in Chitradurga. The girl hit him with a stone, and managed to escape. On the 6th of December 1996, Reddy allegedly raped and murdered 16-year-old Rupa when she was returning to her house in the same locality. The next month, he was arrested and dismissed from service when his first victim identified him at a Republic Day police parade by chance. Reddy, along with 4 others, was charged with Rupa's murder, and remanded to judicial custody. Later, in 2004, he was acquitted in this case due to lack of sufficient evidence. A court asked him to be shifted to Bellary jail. In March 1997, while the Chitradurga police were handing him over to the Bellary prison authorities, Reddy escaped. He then killed an income tax officer's wife in Bangalore, a girl in Ahmedabad, 2 girls in Baroda and a widow in Kunigal. Reddy would steal lingerie put up for drying in the backyards of houses. On the 7th of July 1997, he was arrested by Pune police for stealing women's undergarments. When the police raided his room, they recovered a gunny bag full of lingerie. At the time of his arrest in Pune, he told the police that his name was Ramesh. Reddy escaped within 24 hours, while being transferred to the MICO Layout police station for interrogation in another case. The police initially tried to hush up his escape, but Reddy's father filed a habeas corpus petition in the High Court. 2 police personnel were then suspended, and a lookout notice was issued in the name of Ramesh. On the 28th of February 1998, Reddy raped and murdered 37-year-old widow Jayashree Marathi Subbiah in Pune. The police believe that he repeatedly had sex with the dead body. When her 8-year-old son Suresh returned from school, he saw Reddy in his house. Reddy told the boy that an evil spirit had entered his mother's body, so he had tied her to the window grill. He then fled, saying that he was going to get a doctor. Reddy then attempted to rape another woman in Pune. When the woman raised the alarm, he tried to escape by jumping from the first floor of the house. He sprained his ankle, and was caught by the neighbors, who handed him over to the police. In 1999, Reddy once again escaped from the police custody near Hyderabad. Before he could commit any crime, he was arrested by Inspector Naim Gowda in Chikkabalapur. The night of 4 March 2002, Reddy escaped from police custody again, while being transferred from Bellary to Bangalore in a KSRTC bus. The District Armed Reserve (DAR) personnel of Bellary, who accompanied him, claimed that he was handcuffed at the time, but Reddy denied this when he was arrested 2 months later. He stated that he bought rum and chicken for the policemen, and earned their trust. When the bus stopped at a dhaba near Harrier bypass, he requested the policeman to remove his handcuffs on the pretext that he needed to answer the call of nature. Once free, he ran into the fields and escaped. Over the next 2 months, Reddy raped 3 girls in Davangere, Hubli Dharwad and Pune. He also stole 3 mobile phones and 2 credit cards. He worked as a waiter in a Pune hotel. He stole cash and clothes from there, and then fled to Dharwad. On the 17th of May 2002, Reddy arrived in Bangalore from Tumkur, and left his luggage in the cloakroom at the Yeshwantpur railway station. Around 8 am, he visited a salon in Yeshwantpur area to get a haircut and a clean shave. As he entered the salon, an auto rickshaw driver Sathir Velu recognized him from a newspaper photograph and an earlier court appearance. The driver called his elder brother Rajendran from a telephone booth, and asked him to fetch the police. Meanwhile, he kept a vigil outside the salon. When Reddy exited the salon and started walking towards the railway station, Sathya Velu tipped off the police and followed him. Inspector Nagarajurs intercepted Reddy near Sharif Nagar and arrested him. At first Reddy claimed to be somebody else, but admitted that he was the serial killer, after being taken to the police station. The police rewarded the driver with Indian rupee sign 20,000. Reddy was found wearing a bra and panties. His baggage, seized from the cloakroom, contained several women's garments, 18 pairs of panties, 10 bras, 8 churidars, 6 saris, 4 blouses and 2 nighties. Death sentence. Reddy was tried and convicted in 9 cases, including rape of Jayashree Subbiah. He was acquitted in 11 cases due to lack of sufficient evidence. On the 26th of October 2006, Judge K. Sukanya of the Bangalore City Fast Track Court gave him multiple sentences including a death sentence, a 7-year sentence plus Indian rupee sign 25,000 fine and a 10-year sentence plus Indian rupee sign 25,000 fine. Reddy tried to win the judge's mercy by saying that he wanted to study and take care of his mother, but the judge did not relent. Since the death sentence was the heaviest sentence, the case was referred to the High Court as per procedure. On the 4th of October 2007, a division bench of the Karnataka High Court also convicted Reddy, but the judges differed on death sentence. Justice the 5th G. Sabahid upheld the death penalty, but Justice Ravi B. Naik advocated rigorous imprisonment for life with no scope for amnesty. A third judge, Justice S. R. Banurmat, was appointed to resolve the tie. On the 18th of February 2009, Banurmat upheld the death sentence, and thus, the High Court confirmed death penalty for Umesh Reddy. On the 1st of February 2011, the Supreme Court also upheld the death sentence. Justices Altamaz Kabar and A.K. Pathak argued that Reddy was incapable of rehabilitation, and that his rape and murder of Jayashree fell under rarest of the rare category, a requirement for capital punishment in India. Reddy immediately filed a mercy petition before the President of India. On the 7th of May 2012, the government of Karnataka rejected Reddy's mercy plea. Subsequently, the President of India also rejected his mercy petition on the 12th of May 2013. Reddy then filed a fresh petition, which is now pending before a Supreme Court Constitution bench. In popular culture, the Kannada language movie Umesh, 2013, is a fictionalized version of Umesh Reddy's life. Khatarnak or Khatarnak Umesh Reddy, 2013, Another Kannada movie was also based on Umesh Reddy's life. His character was also portrayed by Adi Lokesh in Danduapalya 2 and Danduapalya 3, where he is seen as one of the inmates of Danduapalya gang in Hindaga prison. References. External links: b.a.umesh versus Redjar.gen. High Court of Karnataka on the 1st of February 2011.